Aquarius, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Aquarius love reading. Now, if this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking on that little bell icon so you always get notified anytime I post a new Aquarius tarot reading for you. Now, let's get on with this Aquarius love reading today, because today we are going to take a look at your romantic person of interest and how they really feel about you here in October 2022. Then we're going to take a look at what they're thinking about you and what their intentions are toward you in October 2022. But you know how people are. What we intend to do and then what we actually end up doing don't always match up. So we're also going to take a look at what this person's most likely actions are going to be toward you as we move through October 2022. And then when we finish taking a look at your person's energies, we're going to get you some advice from the universe on how you can best navigate the situation you're finding yourself in with them. What you should do, what you shouldn't do, kind of how you should play this so it works out in the way that's best for you. That way you know what to do moving forward from here. Now, I have already actually done this reading for you way earlier today, and I intended to have your reading out first today, probably around like 10:30 a.m. Eastern time or so. As soon as I finished doing the reading, I got up to shut the camera off, and Mercury retrograde, it hit me full on again. It hit me again Friday night. I've had an automatic update on my website, and it crashed a whole bunch of stuff, and it took me all day Saturday getting that thing fixed and getting it working again. Today I recorded your reading. When I got done, the camera had shut off, and it totally didn't record anything at all. So here I am doing it for you again. But let's get started on this Aquarius love reading, and let's start by getting 3 cards for how does Aquarius's romantic person of interest really feel about Aquarius as we move into and through October 2022, please. Let's get one more card. We're taking an extra one here. I got 2 flip over in the deck for you. Let's see. There's the first one, and there's the second one. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, underlying this person's feelings about you, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is either Leo or Sagittarius energy. This is a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person who knows exactly what they want, and then they go after what they want with bold, passionate, fiery determination. The King of Wands is not someone who takes no for an answer. He's not someone who's going to run into some little roadblock in his way and then just give up. This is someone who is going to go after what they want. In fact, this is a person that's so driven and motivated, they're either going to find a way to get what they want, or they're going to make a way to get what they want. Now, being the Wands suit, Wands being about passion and desire, this is the pinnacle of that suit. So this is not just someone who's driven and motivated and ambitious. It's someone who's also driven and motivated by passion, by desire, by sexual energy. This is someone who feels a lot of attraction toward you, probably sexual attraction toward you. Ah, son of a biscuit. Right under that, Ace of Swords. This is an ace. It's an opportunity. It could be a new beginning, but this is also the sword of truth, the sword of clarity. This is even the sword you would use to sever a relationship with. I think that's what's happened here. That's underlying your person's feelings. Also is that 5 of Cups. This is Scorpio energy of sadness and remorse about the past. It's about being focused on these 3 cups that have been spilled. All the love and emotions that have been spilled and wasted. All the time, effort, and energy that's been spilled and wasted. Now notice there are 2 upright cups behind them full of love and emotions. These 2 cups represent a love connection. Still a connection here in terms of how your person feels about things. That connection just doesn't have their focus. What they're focused on is these 3 cups that are spilled. This is focusing on something from the past, focusing on something that they've lost, focusing on something that they feel is missing from their life. And that's what the purpose of this card, the meaning of this card at its core really is whatever a person focuses on is what they get. So if you're focused on the past, in this case your person, if they're focused on the past, they're going to feel what they felt in the past. If they focus on the thing that they've lost, they're going to feel the loss. They focus on something that they think is missing. They're going to feel that gap in their life. And that seems to be what's underlying your person's feelings now. It looks like they may have gotten severed by you, and now they're having sadness and remorse about the thing that they've lost. Okay. In their actual feelings that came out for you, Aquarius, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. The Two of Wands. The Ten of Wands. Are you starting to see a pattern here already? And the Queen of Cups. The Knight of Wands. Knights are action takers. Again, wands are about passion and desire. So this is actions toward passion and desire. Rushing forward, taking rapid, passionate action on something there's desire for. This is the second fastest knight in the deck. This sometimes gets referred to as the player of the tarot deck. It can be someone who rushes in quickly and passionately and gets what they want, and then they rush out somewhere else passionately and get what they want there, and then they come back and forth trying to play both sides of the fence. This is a very non-committal type of an energy. It's someone who rushes forward after what they think they want, and then they change their mind and they pull back and they go a different direction. This is a real wishy-washy, in and out kind of an energy here. Next in their feelings about you, Aquarius, we have the Two of Wands. Now this is Aries energy of a fork in the road, a crossroads in your person's life, a crossroads in the connection. They're feeling that. This is a decision point, and it's a decision for them about which path leads them to the world that they really want, and which path do they need to leave behind in order to get there. The way these are laid on the table, what the dude in the card is looking at is this Knight of Wands player, in and out, wishy-washy bullshit kind of an energy. Back and forth, non-committal, can't make up their mind. I got a lot of wands out here. A lot of wands. The next card in their feelings about you, Aquarius, is the Ten of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. This represents a heavy burden that your person is carrying. Feeling the heavy burden, feeling the emotions of the heavy burden. We saw this Five of Cups with the sadness and remorse about the past, sadness and remorse about the thing that they've lost. This is a 10 though, and in tarot, 10s represent completion. So this is supposed to be the completion of the heavy burden that they're carrying. In other words, they've reached the spot where they're supposed to lay this burden down and move forward without it. It looks like that's part of the decision that they have to make here. What path leads me to what I really want, and what do I need to leave behind? Looking directly at this in and out, back and forth kind of an energy here, that's probably caused a burden for your person. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if your person saw something that they had some passion and desire and sexual attraction toward, and they went for that, and that could be what got them severed here and why they're feeling sad and remorse and possible guilt about that. Right underneath that is the Four of Swords. This is Libra energy of taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break. It's about going inside themselves to heal something, or going inside themselves to do some thinking about something, trying to figure out how to move forward from here. This is starting to line up very, very similar to the one that I recorded for you earlier that apparently didn't record. So the final card in your person's energy in terms of how they feel about you is the Queen of Cups. This is Cancer energy. This is someone that they feel a lot of love and emotions toward. Looking at you that way. Feeling love and emotions toward you. A lot of it, a lot of passion and desire toward you. They're probably feeling like you are this Queen of Cups type of an energy, this loving, nurturing energy. The Queen of Cups is someone who has a lot of love and emotions. She's very in touch with her intuition, very in touch with her emotions, and she wants to pour her love and emotions into someone. But she is the only character in the tarot deck that has a lid on her cup. And the reason for the lid is she's trying to prevent her emotions from being contaminated. I'm assuming at some point in the past, something got into her emotions, contaminated it, caused her some emotional pain, and it probably took her a good amount of time to get that cleared out and to heal that pain and recover from that. So now she keeps a lid on her cup as a way to protect herself, to protect her emotions from getting messed with, getting all messed up, getting hurt. But what she really wants to do is take that lid off of her cup and pour her love and emotions into someone. This is starting to look already like this person has done something foolish, probably following their wand and their passion, their desire, their sexual energy. Probably had some sort of a decision to make about what is it that I really want, and now they're burdened by the decision that they made, the choice that they made. There was probably a severing between you. Now they're kind of woe is me about that. That's their feelings toward you here in October 2022, Aquarius. Let's take a look at their thoughts about you. What does this person really think about Aquarius moving through October 2022? Let's get one more. Oh, okay. See, I don't even get to decide how many cards I get. I shuffle, they give me what they give me, and I just do what I'm told most of the time. Let's see, what do we got here? Son of a biscuit. Yep, definitely tapping into the same person from the previous reading. It's slightly different cards, a lot of the same similar cards, a lot of the same cards actually. Just a slightly different way to tell me the same story is what it's looking like. On the bottom of the deck, underlying this person's feelings for you in October 2022, we have Temperance. This is the Sagittarius Major Arcana card. This is a card of patience. It's about blending things together, but it's about being patient about that. It's not taking 2 buckets of stuff and dumping it all together all at once. This is about mixing things together little bits at a time, being patient, being willing to step back and look at the big picture to see how is all this working out, and then come back in and make some fine-tuning adjustments to that. This is also a card of reconciliation. In tarot, cups and water represent love and emotions, and here the water, the love, has been separated into 2 different cups, and this angel is blending it back together. She's recombining the love, hence reconciling the situation, recombining the 2 of you together. This is what's underlying their thoughts. Being patient, but ultimately wanting to blend the 2 of you back together. Yeah, right under that is the 10 of Cups. This is Pisces energy. This is most people's goal in terms of love and emotions and relationships. This is that true love that we all want, the happy fairy tale love connection that we all want, like the happy fairy tale ending. This is about 2 people who are emotionally happy and content and love themselves, being combined together into one unit where everyone involved is happy and content and fully loved. This is probably a case where they probably had a really good connection like that with you. Something not good went on, something wand-based went on, passion, desire, sexual energy type stuff went on, and now they're underlying their thoughts is thinking about being patient and trying to reblend the 2 of you back together to get back to this happy fairy tale ending. But there's a problem with that, and it's a problem with your person. Under that we have the 5 of Wands. This is Leo energy. 5s are conflict. Again, or wands. Wands are about passion, desire. This is a conflict in your person's desires. This is an internal conflict that they have, where a piece of them wants one thing and another piece of them wants something different than that. And this is them playing tug of war inside their desires, having a conflict where they're pulling themselves in multiple different directions in terms of what it is that they want. 10 of Swords right under that. This is Gemini energy. This is an ending. This is a swift, painful ending. Sometimes this is an ending that you didn't see coming. Sometimes it's an ending that maybe they didn't see coming. Hence the swords being in their back. If this person saw that coming, the swords would be in their front. This is sometimes an ending in betrayal. Hence the swords in the back. Got stabbed in the back and betrayed by someone close to them. No matter how you slice this card, it is an ending to something. Magician right under that. Now this is the Mac Daddy Master Manifester of the tarot deck. This is someone who has all the tools and abilities and resources to manifest or create from nothing whatever it is their will desires. He's got all 4 aces of all 4 suits in front of him. Those 4 aces are the 4 ones of the suits. 1111. That's not just the number on my shirt. That is the number of manifesting. creating what you want through your thoughts and your actions and what you project into the universe. This looks like your person's thoughts and their actions have created the situation that they're in here, have created this ending. This is a kind of a case of like, you've made your bed and now you get to sleep in it. And they don't really like that, because underlying in their feelings about you is the heavy burden they're carrying. We saw the 5 of Cups, the sadness and remorse. And now they're thinking about trying to put this back together and get back to the happy fairy tale love connection. Assuming it was that to begin with. See, every one of these cards has a positive and a negative aspect to it. Very few readers will tell you about the negative aspect of the 10 of Cups. They usually just talk about it's the happy fairy tale ending, the happy fairy tale love connection, woohoo, it's all peaches and cream, rainbows and all that good stuff. The negative aspect of this is that it can be that fairy tale dream that someone has. Like, we all have an ego. We all like want to view our own children as being special, as being, like better than other kids. They're really smart. My kid's really smart. He's really good at football. And it's the same with our love connections. We all want to believe that our love connection is special. It's better than what most people have. It's that happy fairy tale ending. But sometimes this is a delusion. Sometimes people delude themselves and try to convince themselves that they have this 10 of Cups, that they have this happy fairy love connection that we all dream of, when in reality it's not always the case. It's just something that they've tricked themselves into believing. And it's possible that that's what's going on with your person here. In their actual thoughts about you, Aquarius, we have the Hierophant, the King of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, Death, and the Devil. Definitely saw Death several times in the reading that I recorded that didn't record. Definitely saw the Devil in there quite a few times as well. This Hierophant card is the Taurus Major Arcana card. It's a card of commitment. It's about being in a committed relationship. It's about being in that committed connection. It's about taking a connection to the next level from wherever it is. So if you guys are apart, this is your person thinking about getting a commitment back, recombining the love, blending you two back together, and getting back into a commitment with you. If this could also be like an engagement card or a wedding card, like taking it to the next level in that sense. The problem is, this is a card of commitment, and directly above that, in the same column of cards, is that non-committal energy. Wishy-washy, back and forth, can't make up their damn mind, shifting loyalties. One minute they want a commitment, the next minute they're looking at a choice about something they have passion and desire about, and then they run off down that path instead. Not feeling it, not feeling it. Also in their thinking about you is the King of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. Sometimes this is Taurus energy. This is one half of the two people that work together as equals to build the 10 of Pentacles. The other half of the equation would be the Queen of Pentacles. They're counterparts. They work together as equals to build and manage the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles would be maximum stability and abundance and prosperity. It would be that stable, happy home life that we all want. It would be the combining together of two people or two families and all their assets and resources, like combining lives together. I don't see the counterpart out here. I just see one person out here. Directly above that is some choice about passion and desire. Central to this person's feelings, or thoughts about you, is the 5 of Pentacles. This is more Taurus energy, and again, it's a 5, and 5s represent conflicts. This is a card of abandonment. It's about being abandoned, about being cast aside, left out in the cold, tossed away like a piece of trash. They're thinking about an abandonment. This is a breakup card here. Directly above that is the 10 of Wands, some heavy burden that your person is feeling related to a breakup. Again, I'm getting the feeling that you broke up with them. You severed the connection. We saw that Ace of Swords. Now I'm seeing the breakup here, central to their thinking about you. They wouldn't be thinking about a commitment, getting the commitment back, reblending all of this back together if they had broken up with you. They would just be doing it. Next we have Death. This is Scorpio's major arcana card. This is another ending to something. This is about something dying, sometimes so that it can be reborn again in a new, more beautiful way. This is a painful transformation period that your person is going through. It's not a fun thing. Like if you think about a caterpillar, it's like an ugly little worm, and when it goes into a cocoon, it's not having fun in there. When it comes out the other side of that cocoon, it's not even a caterpillar anymore. The caterpillar aspect of itself has died. It has been completely transformed. It's gone through a full painful metamorphosis and changed into a beautiful butterfly. Now when it comes out of that cocoon, it is a beautiful butterfly. So it's a case of like, it comes out of that better than it was when it went in, but the whole time period of going through it is very painful. I don't know here. I don't know. We're going through this in their thinking, this abandonment, this breakup, heading in the same direction as the people on the cards, is this transformation period about something dying and going through a painful transformation. And then the very next card in their thoughts is the Devil. So it's like we're heading into devil energy in there. Their thinking starts out with, underneath and behind the thinking is reconciliation, patience, getting this connection back, blending the two of you back together, because there's only one of you present here. Commitment is how it starts out. But again, that wishy-washy, non-committal, can't make up my damn mind kind of an energy, by the time we finish the thought process here, we're in abandonment, breakup, possibly feeling not good enough, painful transformation, heading into devil energy here. Not digging it. This is Capricorn's major arcana card. This is a really heavy toxic energy. This is obsession. This is addiction. This is like a feeling of being trapped by something, feeling like they can't escape something, feeling of being controlled by something. Now these two people on the Devil card are the same two people from the Lovers card, a powerful love connection. But here, they've got chains around their neck. They're chained to the podium that the Devil sits on, and they've even started to grow horns and tails because the toxicity is affecting them. It's changing who they are. That could be part of the transformation process that took place. Directly above that is the Queen of Cups, which is how they're feeling about you. And notice you've got a lid on your cup. You were definitely hurt here, and you're trying to protect your emotions here because of some painful thing. And it's like they're trying to, in their thinking, go back into this devil type of an energy here. Now this can represent like a piece of your person's shadow. In other words, a piece of themselves that they don't like, and they don't want you to see it. Hell, they don't even want to see it themselves. Most of the time, when a person has this kind of stuff going on inside them, they pretend like it's not there. They damn sure don't want to look at it and face it and deal with it, which is why it's still there. Most of the time, this would represent something bad happening to a person at some point previously in their life, and they never dealt with the bad thing. They never processed the emotions. They never did the inner work, the shadow work, to heal that piece of themselves, because they were pretending like it didn't happen. They just shoved it down into the shadows. They repressed it and pretended like it's not there. But the problem with that is, like, go stand on the train tracks when the train's coming and close your eyes and refuse to look at it and pretend like the train's not there, and watch what happens. It will still crush you and turn you into hamburger. This thing that they're pretending like is not there is still there, and it's creating scenarios in their life. It's controlling elements of their life. Not good, not good. If I had to bet $1 or a cup of coffee about what this is, I would say it's something wand related, because we saw that King of Wands on the bottom. I got the Knight of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Ten of Wands. Got more fire energy here. Right below the Ten of Cups, I've got more Wands energy again. I would say this person has some sort of addiction or obsession with passion, desire, sex, sexual energy, something along those lines. that could be the burden that they're carrying, is because when they're faced with a choice about passion and desire, when their wand stands up and points at something, and they have to choose whether to follow what the wand is pointing at or to do the right thing and keep it in their pants, I don't necessarily think your person is in control of that. Something under the hood is in control of that. Something under the surface is running the show on that. And that leads to heavy burdens that they carry. It leads to them getting broken up with, abandoned, possibly even feeling like they're not good enough. That's their feelings and their thoughts. Let's take a look at this person's intentions toward you in October 2022, Aquarius. What are this person's intentions toward Aquarius, October 2022, please? What are their intentions toward Aquarius? Thank you. That felt funny. Let me double check and make sure nothing else flipped over here. I think your person's got a lot of stuff under the surface going on. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, underlying their intentions toward you, can't make it up. There's that King of Wands again. Knowing exactly what they want. Going after what they want with bold, passionate, fiery determination, being driven, motivated, ambitious, but also being driven by the wand, driven by the passion, the desire, the sexual energy. This is the pinnacle of the wand suit. I've seen this card several times. Leo, Sagittarius energy. I've got more Sagittarius. I've got some Aries. Got a little bit of Cancer. I've got quite a bit of Taurus out here. Some possible Virgos, some Scorpio, some Capricorn, more Leo, more Cancer, Libra. You could be dealing with any of those signs. You could literally be dealing with any sign. I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person in this reading. This is a collective reading for a large group of Aquarius people that I'm responsible for getting messages for. So it's probably going to be almost impossible for me to pin down exactly who you're dealing with. So I'm just going to call out all the signs that prominently stick out to me. That way, in case they mean anything to you. But this is Leo or Sagittarius energy. And again, right under that, there's that Ace of Swords again. That seems to be what led to the severing. Okay. Also underlying their intentions toward you is the King of Cups. So now I've got three different kings that I'm seeing here. Only one of them's actually on the table. That's the one in the physical reality. The pentacles are physical, tangible, 3D reality stuff. This is passion and desire. This is love and emotions. This is Pisces or Scorpio energy. This is someone that has love and emotions for you. They probably just don't outwardly express it. They're probably not very good at expressing how they feel. This is someone who does not wear their heart on their sleeve. They don't publicly broadcast their emotions. They have emotions for you. They're just not really good at sharing that stuff with you. Jeez. Now, in their actual intentions toward you, Aquarius, we have the Sun, the Chariot, and Justice. All three of these cards are major arcana cards. Very powerful, very significant energy. We have a lot more, we all have free will, but we have a lot more ability to exercise our free will over these minor arcana energies. These are like everyday aspects of human life. These are like archetypal aspects of being a human, like universal energies. This is very much more powerful. In their intentions, we have the Sun. This is a Leo major arcana card. This is supposed to be the happiest card in the deck. It's about happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, harmony. Really hard to get a better card than that. This can indicate that your person views you as a source of happiness in their life, like the sunshine that lights up their life. It can even be similar to the devil, and like this could be like a very powerful attraction that they feel toward you, like so much magnetic pull to you and the attraction and the connection that they feel trapped by it, like they can't escape from it. This can be similar in that if you look at how our solar system is put together, the Sun is in the middle, and it's got all this gravity to it, so much that it keeps all the planets in orbit around it. So they could view you as having so much gravity, this connection, their attraction to you. their desire for you having so much gravity to it that they feel like they can't get out of your orbit. They're intending to get happiness here. They're intending to go after what they view as the thing that will make them happy. And it looks like directly above that, the Hierophant, commitment. The problem is, directly above that is that non-committal energy. Now, another meaning to the sun can also be illumination. In other words, if something's going on that's hidden from you, it's hidden in the dark, the sun can come out and shine the light into the darkness and illuminate that. That way you can see the thing that's hidden. It kind of gets exposed and brought into the light, brought out into the open, so you can see it for what it is. Could be what it's saying is like, yes, what's getting exposed is they think they want commitment, but what they feel is like, yeah, I want that, but then, oh shit, no, I don't want that. Let me go the other direction. That back and forth type of a thing. Could also be saying that what's getting exposed is that they were in a commitment with you, and then they turned into a player. They ran back and forth between you and somebody else. They played you. They followed their wand. Next, we have in their intentions, central to their intentions, is the Chariot. This is a card it's the fastest energy in the deck most of the time, and I'll tell you what I mean by that in a second. This is about moving forward very quickly past problems and challenges and roadblocks and obstacles that are in their way, using sheer will alone to get past all of that stuff and move forward very fast in success and victory. This is supposed to be like bullet coming out of a gun fast. It can also be every bit as stuck and stagnant as the Hanged Man. The driver of the Chariot does not have reins that connect him to the beasts that pull this, so he uses sheer will alone to power this thing, to steer this thing. So if the driver is not in alignment, if he's not balanced and fully aligned, this thing ain't going anywhere. Or worse yet, the dark side of them, this devil side of them, will pull one direction, and the light side of them will pull a different direction, and as they move forward, they tear themselves in half. They go through some painful transformation process. That could be another thing that's getting exposed here, is that this person is not in balance. They're definitely not in balance. In their thinking, it starts out about commitment and stability, and then it goes into moving forward toward toxicity, like abandonment, death, pain, toxicity, not possible addiction, possible I can't control myself because something I refuse to look at and deal with is below the surface controlling me. They're definitely not in balance. So I don't expect this to move forward very, very quickly in success and victory. I don't expect obstacles and roadblocks and challenges to be overcome with this person, even though that's their intentions. Next, I've got Justice. This is the Libra Major Arcana card. It's the most powerful card of balance in the deck. It's about doing the right thing, the fair thing, the just thing. The sword in this card is used to cut away something that's not in balance, so balance gets restored and the right, fair, just thing happens. So, like, what's supposed to happen can happen. The problem is just the fact that this card is out here in their energy tells me something unfair and unjust has occurred. Something that's out of balance has occurred that needs balanced back out so that things can move forward. Your person's not in balance, and in order for things to move forward, they need to get in balance. And I think the thing that's out of balance is the wand. It's the sexual drives and stuff that they have. I think that's probably what's running the show. Passion, desire, going after what they want, probably at all costs. Right above this thing that tells me something unfair occurred is the abandonment, the being cast aside. And right above that is the burden that they're carrying related to that stuff. Now, hopefully what this is saying is that your person is intending to get their happiness. They have all this passion and desire, maybe even some lust for you, and they're intending to get what they want from that, which is like happiness and joy and getting the connection back and moving past the obstacles that have been between the two of you, and the stuff that's not in balance actually getting cut away and balanced out. Although I don't feel that that's what's going to happen. I hope that's what happens, but I don't believe it yet. That's their intentions anyway. But you know how people are. What we intend to do, what we actually do, what we follow through with, does not always match what we intend. So let's take a look at this person's most likely actions toward you as we move through October 2022. What are this person's most likely actions? Let's get 3 cards on their most likely actions, please. I have one that flipped over in the deck somewhere. On the bottom of the deck, underlying their most likely actions, 5 of Wands, Leo energy, conflict in their desires, a piece of them pulling one way, a piece of them pulling the opposite way. I got 2 cards out here that mean that. Actually, you count the devil in that, we've got 3, because the outward piece of them that doesn't want to face this, but this is what's under the surface. It's what's controlling things in their life. It's creating scenarios where they're controlled and they don't really have a choice in the matter. They got a conflict inside themselves that needs addressed. 10 of Swords right underneath that. Swift, painful ending to something. An ending you don't see coming, an ending in betrayal. Now, this could be that they have this conflict and this is an ending to that conflict. No, it's not, because there's the 4 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy of holding on tightly to something and refusing to let go of it. This is a greedy, stingy, like self-serving, self-centered kind of an energy here. There's not going to be an ending to the internal conflict. This is your person trying to hold on to what it is that they want, refusing to let it end. Yeah, and what they want is Sagittarius energy of Temperance, reconciliation, blending the cups back together. They don't want to let go of you. They believe that this is the happy fairy tale love connection that they've always dreamed of, but it's not. You don't have the toxicity here. You don't have the wishy-washy player non-committal bullshit here. You don't have stuff that's unfair and unjust that you're doing. If it's really that. Yeah, it's not. 2 of Pentacles, again, Capricorn energy. This is, 2s are decisions. This is like a decision where they can't make up their mind. They're weighing the options. They're looking at the pros and cons. It's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Notice the waves of water in the background. That's rough, choppy emotions. This is a card of balance, but it's about trying to maintain balance or trying to regain balance once their balance has been thrown off. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like non-committal. Again, if I could summarize your person in one word, that would be it. Non-committal. Pieces of themselves are pulling in opposite directions. They can't make up their mind. Oh, shit. Another meaning to this card that I was trying to leave out is juggling 2 people. This is a card of juggling, like where I got to choose between 2. I can't have both of them. I can't have you and the other person. I've got a passion, desire, sexual energy based decision here and player energy. This is, they can't have you both and they can't let go. They can't decide. 3 of Swords is under that. Libra energy of heartbreak and sadness, usually from a 3rd energy. Now, that 3rd energy does not always have to be another person. It doesn't always have to be a romantic third party, although it absolutely can be with some of the stuff I'm seeing out here. This could be just like nosy friends, nosy family members, nosy neighbors or co-workers, like any person that's not you, Aquarius, that's not this person, sticking their nose where it doesn't belong, creating some heartbreaking situation. This 3rd energy can be a lot of different stuff. It could be career, it could be going to school, it could be like eating too many Doritos, going to the bar too much, partying too much. It could, that 3rd energy could be this toxic stuff under the surface of them that they haven't healed, that they haven't addressed, that they haven't put to death and transformed yet. This 3rd energy can be a lot of different stuff. So if you're going to ask the question, well, could that 3rd energy be X or could that 3rd energy be Y? Well, if you're asking that question, you could fill in the blank of what that 3rd energy is. If you're asking it, then yeah, it could definitely be that. It could be an addiction. It could be any number of things here. In their most likely actions toward you in October 2022, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Star, and the Four of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles is Taurus energy. This is a period of time where your person pauses to reflect and take stock of this connection, to take stock of the relationship, to take stock of this whole situation they're finding themselves in with you. And what they're doing is looking at the seeds that you guys have planted between the two of you. And they're trying to decide, is this going to grow into the Ten of Pentacles that I really want? Is this going to grow into that maximum stability, abundance, and prosperity? Is this going to grow into a spot where we can combine our lives together? Is this worth them investing their time, their effort, and their energy into? Or is this a spot where maybe it's not going to pan out the way they want to see it happen, and maybe it's just time for them to cut their losses and move on? So this represents that period of time where they're pausing to reflect and ask themselves those types of questions. It's the first card in their most likely actions. So they are very likely to take this type of a pause and do some reflection here. Next, in their most likely actions, we have the Star. This is Aquarius Major Arcana energy. This is a card of healing. It's a card of hope. Sometimes it's a card of wish fulfillment. But this is also card 17 of the Major Arcana. Card 16, the card right before this in the sequence, is the Tower. So you don't ever make it to the Star energy without going through a Tower moment of some kind first, where everything comes crashing down. There's a big abrupt change, like a foundation rocking event. That Tower in a love reading is usually like the collapse of the relationship, the collapse of a belief system about the relationship. When that happens and there's this big change and nothing's the same as it was the day before that, it's really hard to see their path moving forward here. The Star is the guiding light from the universe that's supposed to light the way for you so you can see that path moving forward. It's where hope comes from. It's where healing comes from. So what this looks like is they're internally conflicted about the ending right now. It's probable that a piece of them is like, I screwed the pooch. This is dead and over with. I don't want to let go of it. I want to get this back. I want to get this happy fairy tale ending that I want. Is this over or not? Will Aquarius take me back? Won't they take me back? Should I approach them? Should I not approach them? There is definitely this contemplation period. And at the end of that contemplation period, there is them either having the hope it can be healed or actively trying to heal the connection with you. I see directly above that is the Chariot, that trying to overcome the obstacles and the challenges and the things that are in the way through sheer will alone, and trying to do it fast, trying to get the stability back. But again, we've made it through this entire reading and I only have the King of Pentacles. I'm missing the Queen. We've alluded to the 10 a couple of times. Don't have the 10. Don't have the Three of Pentacles, which would be working together as equals to build that. Missing all that stuff. And it looks like missing all that stuff and even needing the whole reason, the need to heal this is because the Tower has happened. And I think that's happened because of some decision point that they were at before related to the wand, related to passion and desire. I think they made the wrong decision. Final card in your person's most likely actions toward you, Aquarius, is the Four of Cups. This is Cancer energy. This is an energy of being emotionally discontent, not being fully happy with what they have in front of them. So much so that they're daydreaming about this other cup, this other thing that they believe would lead them to their happiness and their fulfillment. A lot of times this can represent that there is a love offer on the table between the two of you by the end of October, and it just hasn't been accepted or rejected yet. It's just kind of been left hanging here in the air with nothing being done about it. This could also represent that they go through this, they're likely to go through this contemplation period and fight through this internal conflict and the ending about that, and come out of that trying to heal the connection, and they end up contemplating making a love offer to you and then haven't actually done it yet, probably out of fear of rejection, probably out of fear of being rejected because the burdens that they carry, this under the surface toxicity that they carry. So it looks like at some point in October or into October or by the end of October, they will be done with this contemplating and will probably make a love offer to you, or it be still contemplating doing that. Not sure which, so you just got to take that however it comes. That's your person. Let's get you some advice, Aquarius, on how to navigate the situation you find yourself in with this person in October 2022. What should you do? What should you not do? How should you play this in the way that works out best for you so that you know what to do moving forward once this actually goes down? Tell me, what is the advice for Aquarius about how to navigate the situation with this person in October 2022? Thank you. On the bottom of the deck, underlying your advice, King of Cups. This is Scorpio or Pisces energy. Again, this is a person that has love and emotions for you. This could represent you still having love and emotions for this person, but not outwardly expressing that, keeping that quiet. So if this is them having love and emotions for you, they're not talking about it. If it's you still having feelings for them, you're not talking about it. You've still got the lid on your cup. Now we do have King and Queen of Cups out here, which should be a power couple. It should be two cards that are supposed to be together. Notice they're different decks. This is in your person's energy. This is in your advice. So it's not really meshing for me here. This should be a power couple, but it doesn't feel like it is. This could also be you being in touch with your emotions and your intuition and making a decision based like heart over head decision making here. I feel like this is your person because we did see them show up as King of Wands and King of Cups in their energy underlying things. I feel like this is them still having emotions for you, still wanting to hold on tightly to you. Four of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, holding on tight, not wanting to let go. It can be greedy, stingy kind of an energy. Like me, 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 me. I want what's mine. You can't have any of it. I think what's happening with them in this contemplation that they're going through and deciding whether or not I can even offer my cup of love to you. Knight of Pentacles here, slowest moving knight in the deck. This is very slow forward movement. It's like molasses. It's like one step at a time. You know that story, the tortoise and the hare? This ain't the hare, this is the tortoise. That's snail's pace. Yeah, when a person's going through this energy, it's usually very frustrating energy. It usually feels almost identical to the Hanged Man, and most people can't tell the difference between this and the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is like there is no progress happening. Things are stuck, they're not moving at all. With this card, there is movement. It's just so damn slow that you can't really tell anything's happening from where you sit. And it's very slow movement toward Two of Cups, Cancer energy of a love connection between two people. I breathe you in, you breathe me in, we're connected, but it's a two. And in tarot, twos are all about choices. We've seen a Two of Wands for your person, a Two of Pentacles for your person. Now we've got a Two of Cups here. And I feel like this is describing your person, and what's underlying your advice is like telling you some things about them. Yes, they were in a love connection. Now this is a choice. So this is either a choice about the connection with you, or this is a choice between two people. Right under that's the Magician. Again, we saw this before. This is like manifesting. This is what a person's thoughts and actions create the world around them. Your person created this choice that they're in. Yes, and there's the heavy burden that's being carried by them. Their thoughts, their actions created this bed that now you both have to sleep in. It's like they've shit the bed twice and they've got to sleep in it, and you're by yourself sleeping in a shitty bed too because of what they did. That's the burden being carried. But this is a 10. It's a completion. This is the spot where the burden gets laid down and you get to move forward without the burden. Your person isn't moving forward without the burden because they're still burdened under the surface with this toxic energy. They haven't done a damn thing to face it, to address it. And I see nothing in here that says they're even looking in that direction. It's like they're oblivious to it. Now, in your actual advice that came out, Aquarius, we got the Queen of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. This Queen of Swords is Libra energy. I call this she who knows the truth. Queen of Swords is very smart. She sees what's going on around her. She knows what's up. She's about speaking the truth on something. But she's also about cutting off the things and the people that don't serve her anymore. In a standard tarot deck like this one, the Queen of Swords has her hand held out, and she's holding that sword. And she holds her hand out because she's a fair person. She's willing to let a person speak their truth, to tell their side of the story. The problem is she already knows the truth. So the truth that gets spoken to her had better match the truth she already knows, or she uses the sword to cut their head off. She's the I don't take any bullshit queen. She's the off with your head queen, and she already knows the truth. So you can't lie to her. I think this is representing severing the connection. Either the fact that you have already done that, or that when your person finally comes back and offers you this cup, there's going to be directly above that is justice, something unfair and unjust about that. Five of Pentacles, abandonment. That's the next card I'm clarifying for you right now. I'm telling you about right now. Taurus energy, abandonment, being cast aside, being left out in the cold, being thrown away. That's what they did to you, it looks like, or they made you feel that way and you had to sever the connection. I'm not sure who broke up with who. And in fact, it might be one way for you and the very opposite way for the next Aquarius that watches this after you. But definitely something unjust about this love offer that they make you. And this is saying, look at the truth. You already know the truth. Cast this person aside, abandon them, leave them out in the cold. You might still have some feelings for them, and there might be a piece of you that wants to hold on to that. But slow your roll. Hold your horses here. I think what's going on is the truth of the matter is they're not good enough for you. It's even possible that with this Seven of Cups Scorpio energy here, that they still have options and choices. Like, there's still other cups they can choose from. This represents confusion about the options and choices. Clouded judgment is involved in this card. Sometimes that clouded judgment can come from intoxication, drinking. It could come from drug use, having clouded judgment for that. The judgment could be clouded because of this toxicity that they have. This could just be representing that they have options and choices here. I still see that player energy and a choice that they need to make. I've seen that Two of Pentacles a couple of times. Could represent juggling two people and can't choose between them. I can't shake the feeling that there's still something unfair. This in their thinking, starting at the commitment and stability and then going into abandonment and breakup and moving forward. Like the characters on these next two cards of Five of Pentacles and Death are moving forward toward the devil energy. I don't like that. Don't like that a bit. This could also be saying you're cutting them off and walking away from that whole situation because you have new options and choices coming into you. And you don't want to make a mistake here. It could be that this is someone new for you showing up. That could be a Pisces or a Scorpio or a water sign or a father figure or someone who is like a good counselor that's easy to talk to, that gives good advice, that there is an emotional connection with. I'm not sure exactly who that is representing. It could actually be more than one of those different perspectives all at the same time here. But your advice is pretty clear. They still got options and choices. Sever this connection, abandon this connection, cast them aside, and move on to any of these other options that you might have coming to you. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. And when you do, you'll be taken to more Aquarius love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your specific situation. And I'll see you in the next video.